What'd you call me?
Liam said, would you call me? He said, in a shot.
There's some good stuff early.
I like Liam's game in the semi, Jesse. He forced the issue all the way through, really, didn't he?
He got busy from start to finish.
Yeah,
on every step in between.
And this is nearly the end. Nick just threw away to the 2 ace-queens.
Well, these are the first chips Nick has moved tonight. Started out the chip leader, and in both his heat and his semi, he got terribly busy in the first level. I wonder what his game plan is tonight.
Oh, John's got the same hand again. He can't pass it twice. Look.
It's the same 2 cards, isn't it?
Yeah, same 2 cards. You go through the process again. Yeah, go on. That's it.
Pussy play, says John McGill.
How much more?
Okay.
And
this is see how Nick's set his stall out, Jesse, really. 5 hands in, and he's being asked a big question here.
Something like 50,000 more. It's interesting, Ian, that McGill did so much talking with Daz. It was the first time he's played up against Daz, but him and Nick have a bit of a history from the semis, don't they?
Yeah, and plus obviously John's making the move here. Excuse me, Jesse. You know, it was Darren Hickman that made the move in the hand previous. You don't mind getting it in with it, but it's a bit different calling with it.
Of all the matchups
in an all-in situation, did he get the pussy
on this table, Ian,
nope.
Perceau in the semis had position on McGill all night long. It's reversed here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And if McGill gets a double up here, Perceau should call. He could be a thorn in Perceau's side. I don't think he's going to call, do you?
47, is it?
He's got enough chips to call. Like we say, I think if he calls, he's called. If he loses this pot, it might set the trend for his game, Jesse, and he might go on a nosedive.
Yeah, and should Nick Perceau win here, it'll send a very strong message to the rest of the table, because it'll be a huge chip lead, and it'll knock someone out.
True.
But Perceau, 21%.
I know who feels the happier out of the 2 looking at these.
McGill all in.
Yeah.
And it needs to be a 10 or running diamonds right now. Couple split pots out there.
One time, please.
But McGill looking to pull over 100,000 if he can hold the ace-queen.
Well, that ain't a bad card for him.
No, I don't think there are any split pots out there now, are there? The kicker is always going to play. So it has to be a 10 or boo.
No.
Holy smokes.
Close but no cigar. Well, that's John doubled up, and that's exactly what he'd have been looking for, Jesse. In the first 10 hands, please double me up.
You know, before every earthquake, there's a tremor.
Yeah.
And there may be a tremor just gone through the ground here. That,
yeah, for definite.
Tell you what, Nick Perceau feels like a sick puppy. Is this the most dangerous man at the table to double up?
Oh, I said to you, Jesse, at the beginning, you know, if they're all level chips, he'd be my man. The way he plays, him and Liam Flood I would have chose, but the way the chips were, I went with Scott Fenton. Yeah, good on John.
You don't mind us talking at Chelsea?
The Northern Irishman, not well known before last year's main event, but 1.2 million for 12th, announced his arrival and has also put the pressure on.
The title of European Open 3 champion, I think it'll be nice to have. Although it's something nobody can take it away from you. To come 12th in the World Series, that's good, that's very good, but it's nice to have a title. I would like to get a title on my belt.
The final is well and truly in play. Come in 6th and you'll be walking away with $20,000. Come in 1st and you'll be pocketing a $125,000 top prize. Who's up for the challenge? We'll find out after the break. Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com European Open 3. These players have overcome 2 challenging rounds and are still competing for the championship title, but everyone will walk away with something. Let's look at how the prize pool breaks down. Out in 6th and you'll win $20,000. 5th place is $25,000. 4th and you'll take home $30,000. For 3rd place it's $50,000. Our runner-up wins $65,000, and the PartyPoker.com European Open 3 champion will be pocketing a cool $125,000.
10, 6, 12 up very well when you raise.
Interesting. Liam telling Scott that he was a careful observer of Fenton's play in the semis. Sending a warning. There's warning shots over the bows here.
Well, they're all letting each other know that they've seen each other's heats, Jesse, and they know what's been going on.
Pass.
Which I think makes for a more exciting final.
Yeah, it
Pass.
does. Certainly does.
Call.
Yeah, Nick's flat call, ace 8 of clubs.
Gotta like this if he's trying to set a trap.
Not really a trapping couple of cards, but, you know, they're always nice to, you want to be playing a small ace suited
Call.
if it's cheap enough.
No raise.
Oh, he's on the button, his Perso. He's up
Yeah.
against the blinds here. I'm sorry, I thought it was small blind, big blind, but it's 3 ways now. And looks like Fenton's hit bottom pair, and that's all that's out there.
Check.
Pippa's trying to see if the board is straightening for her.
You can't see the card.
Okay,
see the cards.
6 of
We can
diamonds,
tell you.
5 of clubs.
She's saying she
4
hasn't got her
diamonds.
contact lenses in.
Mm.
Jesse
Check.
can't see the cards there.
Check.
Does get hard sometimes. I remember
10 of hearts.
10 has.
That's it, Pippa. I'm sure she'll see that one.
I once played poker head up against someone who was legally blind. He
7,000.
had to hold the cards an inch away from his face and have the dealer announce the board to him. He beat me out of every single dollar I had. I played him head up.
Okay, 6
He
of
was
diamonds,
blind.
5 of clubs, 4 of diamonds, 10 of hearts.
That's the highlight of my poker career.
I heard her.
7.
That's 7.
Let's see what she's doing here. She's hit top pair, so. I did hear her say in the green room, Jesse, that she was trying to get contact lens out of her eye for an hour and a half the other day, and it wasn't in there. All she'd done is rubbed a big boil on her
Call.
eye.
Fenton's bet 7,000 here. I mean, you know, he checked the turn and then checked the flop and bet the turn. Has he missed a bet here, or is he just trying to find out where he's at?
Yeah, I mean, don't forget it's bottom pair he hit, so I know he's got the ace kicker, but he won't be ecstatic about it. Well, no,
Space.
Pippa's hit 2 pair here, so
Basically, she can only lose to a straight, you'd think, a flop
Check.
straight,
Yeah.
perhaps.
10,000. 10,000.
Fenton would have to be really curious to look her up here. Oh, it is tough to put her on a 10-jack, isn't it?
well, not really. I'm not saying that because we're seeing it, but you know he's got bottom pair here. Just forget about the other cards. He's got
Call.
4 overcards.
Do you want straight?
Curiosity.
He might just want to be looking at her
That
hand.
might run into one. 2 pairs.
Just as good.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I can think of is
He
you can't be
keeps-
putting the 10 in thinking you might win the pot. Maybe just have a look at the cards.
Pippa Flanders has been showing the boys how it's done. She recently scooped $200,000 and the World Open title, one of the biggest ever wins for a female in Europe. Now everyone knows her name.
I noticed that a lot of people start off their conversation A by saying hello Pippa when I've absolutely no idea who they are, and B by saying I've seen you playing, I know how you play, which is a bit off-putting really, because yes, they know how I play in a TV tournament, but it's not the same way that I play in an ordinary tournament.
Pippa's really made her mark on the poker scene with that big money win, but she started playing the game to spend more time with her husband, Tim.
If it wasn't for Tim, I wouldn't play it at all, because I only started playing so I could join in. Tim wanted something to stretch his mind a bit, and he started playing poker and he enjoyed it. And I found that I spent a lot of time in bed waiting for the tournament he was in to end and him to come home, and I thought, well, I can carry on doing this and that's grand, and I could get through an awful lot of wine whilst I'm waiting for him, or I could actually learn what it's all about and join in, and that's what I decided to do.
Pippa's really put women's poker on the map, something she's very proud of.
It is a game, an equal opportunity game to play, and there's no reason why women shouldn't be as successful in the game as men.